What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. I'm getting ready to go to the gym, so I don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to talk just for a few minutes to the old you. You're probably thinking, what are you talking about? One of the biggest mistakes that a lot of us make is comparing ourselves to what we were. Now, in all honesty, many of us are at a point in our lives where we are actually growing, and we're probably in a better spot than where we were 15, 20 years ago, or even maybe 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. But some of us are holding on to previous ideas of what we could do 20 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 50 years ago when we were in high school or something like that. A common example of this is the guy that will say, well, I used to squat this, or I was a football star back when I was 17, but I got a knee injury or something like that, and now I'm out of shape and I don't do things or whatever because of that situation. What I would like to say is, I think the single most important thing is understanding that you are not that person. Now, a good example of not being that person would be, have you ever met like a family member that you haven't seen for a while, or maybe it's somebody that you see all the time, and maybe you have grown personally, but they continue to think that you are the person you were as a child or a teenager or in your mid-20s or whatever, and they will say, no, this is you. And you are like, man, I am not that person anymore. Like, I have literally, grown, whether it's spiritually, physically, emotionally, and you feel that you really aren't that person anymore. But the people that you love and that are close to you, or family and friends that you've known for decades and decades or all your life, continue to put you into a certain category that you're not comfortable with. Well, I think in the same way, we do the same thing to ourselves. You can't blame other people for doing it if you're doing it to yourself. So many people will say, in my 20s, I was really lean, I was in shape, I felt good about myself, and then I had a major heartbreak and I started gaining weight, or whatever it was that caused that. And what I have to say to that is, if you compared yourself on every level of life except for that one, I was skinny, or I felt better about myself as far as my physique was concerned, or maybe you're the type of person that you probably didn't even realize that you cared about your physique at all, because you probably didn't. So if you're doing that to yourself and constantly remembering who you were, you have to understand that this is the same thing that other people are doing as well. So you can't get mad when people do it if you're doing it too. What I mean exactly in a lamer term of all of this is, don't compare yourself to what you used to do, or what you used to be able to do, or whatever, or how you used to look. It's the same thing. Like, you don't want people saying like, oh, you're a negative person, or you're this, or you're that, and you're like, I'm not that person anymore. Say the same thing to yourself. If it makes you upset, a lot of the times when if somebody says those things and they try to label you as somebody that you probably were acting in this way 20, 30 years ago, if it makes you upset, the reason it probably makes you upset is because you don't like when people do that to you. And it makes you upset probably because you really don't like when you do it to yourself. So do your best today and every day in the future to take these days for what they are. You are exactly what you are today. It doesn't matter what you were 10 years ago. It doesn't matter if you partied a bunch 20 years ago. It doesn't mean that you are that person anymore. Maybe that is the person that helped create the amazing individual that you are today. But I don't want you to dwell on, oh, I was able to do so and so and now I can't do this. Because in the big scheme of things, maybe you got an injury and you were able to run marathons before and stuff like that, but now you find yourself in a position to where maybe you did get a leg injury, or maybe you do have some kind of heart condition or something like that where you can't do those things. But in the same sense, there are a lot of things that you can do. Maybe you've come a lot further in your career, or maybe you have become a better parent, or maybe, you used to struggle financially getting vehicles or something, and now you have a vehicle, or maybe you created a great business, or you're doing great things for people and you're into philanthropy and you give back a lot and you volunteer and things like that. So if you were to compare yourself on level ground, because a lot of the times we do beat ourselves up. Oh, I used to look good. I used to be like 120 pounds. And now I'm like 160. I'm a horrible person. I can't stop eating and this and that. I have this condition because this person broke my heart, or because I am diabetic, or because my back hurts or whatever. You guys, I really do get people every single day. Every day somebody comes in with something else. It could be a leg injury. It could be a nagging lower back pain. It could be a thyroid condition. It could be a heart condition. At the end of the day, if you do everything you can to come up with excuses why not to do things, then you really truly never will do anything. I promise you. But in the same sense, if you come up with reasons why to do things, if you're still beating, your heart is beating, and you are on this fucking planet, you have some type of purpose, okay? You can get physically moving. You can get your food in check. You can, challenge yourself to do more things. You can be successful. You can open that business. You can do it on your own. You can do it with other people's help. You can get friends. You can succeed. You can save money. You can buy a house. Like, you can travel. You can do all these things. Or if you say you can't, it's the same shit. You're not going to be able to do it. So, although some of us have more challenges with other things than others, that's okay, because those people face the same challenges. Maybe they're different, but they are also challenges. We all have them. Don't be so hard on yourself. Go into this day knowing, hey, you know what? Today, I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to worry about what I am today, not what I was 20 years ago or 30 years ago, or the football star or track star that I used to be, or whatever, because today I'm amazing, and this is what I'm doing for today, and I feel good about it, and I'm going to move forward in a positive direction. You guys, keep up the good work. Be stronger than your excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. Drink your damn water. Stay on track. # Team Boo. Thank you for all the support. If you are new here, please check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life, and also on Instagram at One Big Impact. Have a great day.